Quit acting stupid. With
Bobby,
Jamie,
Rudy,
and
Andy.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Quit Acting Stupid. I'm your host, Jamie Paredes, and joining me, as always, are my brothers, Bobby, Rudy, and Andrew.
Hello, Jamie.
Boys.
Hey.
what's going on? Yeah, I know what that was, Rudy. Don't you're playing it off. You're trying to play it off.
So just a little peek behind the curtains is we're all watching the Mizzou game at the same time, but some of us are, I guess, a little delayed than others. Yeah, I was speaking, so I couldn't watch and see what happened. So I'm not even gonna look. Anyway.
So Rudy, you realize you popped out of the wrong way.
Yeah, I think he was trying to be funny.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No, I don't think he was at all.
What do you mean? I popped out the wrong way.
So you're getting like on the wrong side. Like you out.
No, I wasn't.
Oh man, I
For
wish
in-
I could pause.
I was
Yeah,
like,
you were-
I was like this.
No, you were on the other
No,
side.
you were not.
You were on the other side.
That's why I thought you were doing that on purpose. You were already outside, and then you went inside behind the
Oh
overlay.
God!
I wish we had
I,
instant replay.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I cannot wait for us to finish so you can
Can
see
we
it
rewind this?
immediately.
Yeah.
I wish.
Well,
we
then
could.
it's wrong on my screen. It's wong on my screen here because
I feel like this
it
whole
looks-
thing needs to be scrapped anyway.
I feel like maybe we should
We're off to a roaring start here.
just
no.
keep going. I don't know, but anyway,
So guys, what's been going on?
Proceed.
We have thought out a little bit. I think kids are back to school. The city has come back to life a little bit.
It's
Yeah.
playoff week.
Yes, playoff week with the Chiefs. So the cheesiness on Kansas City airwaves and on the news is at its peak.
why didn't we get the playoff drop? Playoffs. That should have been a drop. Yeah,
Because that would have required about 5 minutes of thought beforehand.
that's true. That's
That's
true.
about-
And you know what? And we cut it off at about 4.5.
I was gonna say that's about 4 minutes more thought than we've normally put into these episodes.
I brought the clip, so
I brought it
Um,
home.
Yeah, and I guess I thought that the Kansas City fans were pretty bad, but there's some other idiots out there. What was it? The Minnesota one, where they made like a cake or something, or no, they made a snowman of, or no, it was Detroit Lions.
I'm
you're all over the place.
Ross St. Brown.
That was the cake. That was the cake. We talked about that
literally
last
talked
week.
about 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, but they did a snowman too, though.
No,
There's a
that
snowman.
was the Bills. Did you see the Josh Allen with the cape? And it was
I saw
made
that.
out of
But this
snow.
is different. This is different. This is of the guys on his head. It was a snowman that they were. But anyway, long story short,
I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again? Do you have time?
I don't know. Do we have new drops? Oh no! Play
Oh,
that again. Play that again so we can hear it.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again? Do you have time?
That will come in handy. Yeah. Anyway, so fans are basically terrible, which leads us into one thing we were talking about ahead of time was the and I think we've all seen this. The Philadelphia.
fan. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Eagles fan. A guy by the name of Ryan Caldwell. Apparently, he.
Oh, it's good.
There we go. There was some people sitting right in front of him, and they were Packers fans. I think you can see the lady's Green Bay Packers hat there, and he was just berating her for her looks. I mean, the lady can't even be there cheering on her own team, and without this guy coming and hassling her. And so, you know what happened? They put the social media folks on it, and they said, "Let's find him. Let's make him famous."
Make him famous. That's
And please in the comments put what that term is called, because I think Bobby or you guys thought it was doxing. I think doxing is something else. But basically, when you call out somebody online and like a whole mob goes after that person and tries to out them and like ruin their lives and get them fired or whatever. There's like a term for that. I didn't think it was doxing, but
Well, it was
I know
successful
someone who has a
because
dachshund.
what's that?
Sorry, I know someone who has a dachshund.
Ah, I got you. Yes.
I got it. That was good.
Where's the cricket drop?
Anyway, they were successful because they got him fired. What is it? Today's Tuesday, so game was Sunday. Took all of the social media universe a day to find him, and they found
Late
his
afternoon
company.
game too.
Yeah,
Isn't that, yeah, so they had that they had that going for them.
but effectively 2 days later, if you figure that game was Sunday afternoon, and by Tuesday afternoon there was word on Twitter that he was fired.
So let me ask you guys, what has there ever been a game that has made you obviously not that passionate or that angry, but angry enough to where you're like, I'm just acting stupid, or I'm you know what I mean? Like question your sanity. Because this guy clearly to just yell at a lady that you don't even know and just using what things that he was saying, it was just insane. Like nobody should ever act like that in any situation. Like, have you ever been there?
Well, hang on. You say, have you ever been so angry? I don't think this guy was like super angry. I think he was just drunk, and he did make fun of the woman's looks, but I think it was just the fact that there were people with other teams' gear on.
Yeah.
Like if it had been anybody with any team that had saying it, I don't think it mattered.
Let me say, have you done something stupid, like really stupid at a game?
Mm-hmm.
At a game?
Or maybe not even, or just watching a game, or like maybe kick your son out of the house, or
No.
Or
I mean,
worn a Phillies t-shirt to a Royals playoff game.
yeah. Oh gosh, I wish. Oh, you know what?
You showed it to us already.
Oh, did I? Yeah, that's right. I was gonna say I have it on my wall right here.
You've literally pulled it off the wall and showed it to us.
Here's the thing. I've not done anything like stupid like that or crazy or really even anything I regret because I don't know. I kind of want to give our parents credit. I mean, I think we were raised.
That sounds kind of crazy.
But here's the thing: is I did see on social media too that they were talking about. All right, here's a great idea for a new game show. It's sort of like what was the show where you go and you pretend to be the owner of the company pretends to be one of the workers. What was it called?
Yeah,
Undercover Boss.
Undercover Boss.
I think I know
so
where you're going.
do that with MMA fighters wearing the other team's colors. So yeah, can you imagine if that guy was an MMA fighter and but he was undercover because the guy so the guy behind him is berating him and just
Right.
talking stuff to him because he's in the Packers stuff and then to find out that he's actually an MMA fighter, that would be pretty cool.
I gotta say, I did witness one. I was at a MUKU football game. It was the year at 2008, the year after the big game, and it was like it was snowing and it was cold. Blah blah blah. We were like at Arrowhead, so it was like right at the upper deck, the balcony, and we were like I was like 3 rows back from the edge, and there was a guy that was sitting right at the edge, and he was just hawking loogies and just spitting them over the down to the bottom row people. Yeah, I was like, what? And he was clearly drunk, but I'm just like, what? Who does this? Like who?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what alcohol will make you do, especially if you've been drinking all day. I mean, you have to figure the game in Philadelphia was middle of the day, so those guys were probably drinking early in the morning. But yeah, just I don't know, just that's it's still shocking. It shouldn't be in today's day and age. I mean, it really shouldn't surprise any of us. But
right, and yeah, I mean. Yeah, the guy, and you showed this picture. He has like a really punchable face, like just like a guy that would clearly do that, And so that's what I was gonna mention to you guys too. Like, who would you put on the Mount Rushmore of punchable faces for you guys? You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
See, like for me, you have to have a certain look, like the really dumb look. like and I don't want to get political. It's strictly off of looks, but like Ron DeSantis' look of his face, like, do you want to punch it? Because you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I get it.
Um,
I used to think Colin Jost from Saturday Night Live, which is funny
Okay.
because then I believe he titled his memoir "A Very Punchable Face." So at least that made it less punchable, strangely.
right, yeah,
You just take all the energy out of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
like a John Elway, right?
Yeah,
I
that'd
mean,
be a good one. Yeah, because I'm sitting here going, I don't know. I can't think of anybody that really has a punchable
Well,
face.
oh no, there's
It's
plenty,
gotta
and a
be.
lot of it's in sports.
It's got to be somebody who has like a resting smirk or
Josh Allen.
pompous. Josh Allen for sure.
Josh
Yeah, I want
Allen,
to punch him. Yeah, I want to punch his face.
I hate his face. There was a face he used to
I
make.
hate his face.
They would always zoom in on him, and his eyes would be open really wide. I don't know if it's also the effect of the face mask and stuff, but he just always kind of looks scared and like with his eyes wide open, like he was I think it was
Crocked
like a
out?
yeah, no, but more almost like a In Living Color character. I can't think of who, but like an old Jim Carrey character. He just kind of looked like he was bugged, his eyes bug out. That always makes me want to punch him.
Vera DeMilo.
Somewhat. I don't know if that's the right one, but I'm thinking of. But yeah, you know what I mean, though. Just like a really animated
Yeah.
character.
I would also throw maybe Jack Black out there. As a
No.
punchable face.
I
No,
thought you want to have
Nah,
a beer. You want to have a beer with
I
Jack
want to.
Black.
yeah,
I
no,
want to hug him.
I'm talking about strictly just their face.
He's
I
got
know.
so much facial hair. I don't even see his face.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Anybody
for you, Bob? Like I said, a lot of it's in sports.
Yeah,
This
John
is
Elway
something-
was the one. John Elway, you mentioned that. So that's yeah.
For
that's
me,
good.
it would be like a really like Bill Self, but I mean that goes past his face and just like
Yeah,
he is.
because you're trying to go strictly on face. You got to take all character out of it.
Yeah, that's hard. It's hard to
Yeah.
do.
You know what? I'm actually disappointed you sprung this one on us because I wanna
I was thinking
think
that
about
same
it.
thing.
There's so many. I just
Oh.
can't think of them right now. I wanna have this for homework, and I'll come back. We'll come back next week with our top 5 punchable.
I kind of want to punch
Hugh Grant.
Dennis Gates. Dennis Gates.
Dennis Gates, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got, just I don't like his look. I don't like the way I don't like it.
I would say Hugh Grant. A little bit.
I could see that.
Maybe. Yeah.
At least 90s Hugh Grant. I think he's kind of he's distinguished now, and I think I'd let him be.
Oh, what's the guy Hayden Christensen, the Anakin Skywalker, that guy.
Yeah.
But he has to be dressed up as Anakin Skywalker. I would want to punch that. Yeah, because
Have you ever seen him not dressed up as Anakin Skywalker?
Nah, good point. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him not Anakin
Been in
Skywalker.
anything else?
Well, see, I'm thinking, are you talking like burning alive Anakin Skywalker? Because that's cruel. I wouldn't punch
No,
up.
I'm thinking little rat tail in the
Ponytail.
back, Anakin Skywalker.
Or whiny
even
bitch Anakin Skywalker.
yeah. So even the kid,
Killed them, all of them.
when he was
If
the kid.
if we're allowing to punch kids, the kid from Jingle All the Way. Oh my
Yeah,
God, I
that's
want to
him.
punch that kid.
That's the Anakin
Oh,
Skywalker.
that's
that's the little
is the
kid,
same kid.
Anakin.
That
Wait,
kid's got like
he?
issues. He's
Yeah.
in like drug treatment or something.
Yeah, so he's probably been punched in the
It's
face. a
because
few
he got
times.
probably because he's been punched in the face so much.
Probably.
Yeah.
Him and then also the kid from Santa Claus with Tim Allen. That kid.
Oh yeah, he's a
I
little
want to
brat.
punch that kid in
Now
the face.
can we punch women? Like, is that something we can do? No.
Oh, please, can we please?
I don't
I
know
don't-
why we would.
Jamie,
I don't know
looking
why
for
we would-
permission.
I don't
I
know why we
framed-
would stop now. I mean,
I framed that. I framed that question to kind of. Yeah, I kind of teed it up for you guys. But there's
I don't
women
know. I'm
with
not a very
punchable
violent
faces, aren't there?
person, so I don't know.
If I was a woman, I guess that's
Yeah.
called resting bitch face. No.
who-
Jamie does the best job of getting himself into a hole, getting out of it,
I'm not in
and
a
then
hole.
jumping right back into it.
Have you seen those videos where they'll get like a sheep unstuck from a fence or something, and then it'll jump right back into the same situation.
Or like they rescue a car, like a dog or something, and then it runs right across the street and gets hit by a car. Yeah.
But seriously, you guys would punch a woman, right?
If I was a woman.
Well, you're assuming that I haven't.
That's a good point.
I want to punch.
I've seen Anita get lippy.
I want to punch Grady Dick in the face.
Yeah.
He's
or
got a very
okay.
punchable.
All right. Yeah.
Or what about would you punch Grady face in the dick?
Aha.
Aha.
I think a lot of people listening wouldn't know who that is, but that's an actual person's name.
I don't think there's anyone listening anymore. I
don't think
we lost.
I don't think that's
we
the
lost
first time he's come up on the podcast, because I think we did the name basketball players at one point.
Grady Dick.
This isn't even the first time we've talked about Mr. Dick.
Interesting.
Worry, nobody's listening anyway.
I'm just gonna say the drop I want to do instead of looking for it.
I know.
I find that's much easier.
How many times have we talked about Grady Dick?
9 times.
Good one. Good one.
Anyway.
Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
This is what happens when we have nothing to talk about this week.
Oh, we got news. We got a new member of the kingdom.
Oh my God, they held him up. Him or her? I
think it's a her. Right? It's a her.
Isn't
Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes had a baby. Yay.
Congratulations to the newest member of the kingdom.
Yes.
The son, first of all, the son, he looks like Louis Anderson. Just got to get that out there. So Google Louis Anderson and then Google a picture of the son. I know. I didn't do my prep work for the show.
Star of Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Say that again?
You what?
Well, I'm sorry. I was going back for another reference to an old episode of ours where that was one of the trivia questions. He's in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Louis
Anderson. Yes, yes. When she comes to the door, the nurse comes to the door.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about this. Yes, this is not.
He's like holding balloons.
Don't worry. Okay,
Anywho.
we'll cut this out.
Hey, you know what we didn't talk about was that trivia, that Christmas Vacation trivia. Did we ever talk about that?
Oh yeah.
That we did at Christmas time?
Me and Jamie did it. Along with Parker,
about
Kim,
how crappy
and
it was.
Bobby Kaczynski. Well, we came out of the box. We shot out of the box and we were on fire. Like
dominating
the whole.
What was the format of this trivia? Was it like Geeks Who Drink, like 8 rounds, or was it like bet on each question, like bet points on?
No, there weren't points. It wasn't a Geeks Who Drink, but I don't know. But we aced the first round because the first round was on all vacation movies. Like
you had to put them in order, and by year, or you got bonus points if you guess the year.
And we aced that first round. So but the thing was, we were tied for first place after the first round with another team who was dominating.
And then it got stupid.
How so? How'd it get stupid?
Like it had, they passed out a picture of the family, all the family from Christmas Vacation. And they had some of them, they changed the head to a character that they played in a different movie. And you had to say what character that was.
And what movie it was from.
And what movie it was from. And
so
God, we could not guess.
No,
we had to go. I had to go and cheat. I had to go to the bathroom and look it up. But
yeah, we cheated.
It was the mom from Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond.
Doris Roberts.
We couldn't think of her name in the show. Marie.
Yeah.
Raymond.
Yeah. That was Mom and Dad's favorite movie or show.
And the one from the TV show. With the nerdy guys,
Big Bang Theory, Johnny Galecki.
Big Bang Theory. Yeah, we couldn't think of the guy's name in the show.
Yeah,
Leonard.
we couldn't come up with Leonard.
It's more impossible because you couldn't even tell what movie it was from. Because what's the Audrey? She was in
Juliette Lewis.
The only thing I could think of was Natural Born Killers,
or Cape Fear, or From Dusk Till Dawn, or
I
Husbands and
forgot what
Wives.
I forgot what the actual answer was, but it was
I can't
something
remember.
like, yeah, no way I would have gotten that. It was just.
Let me ask you this, Andrew. The picture of Randy Quaid was from Independence Day. What was his character's name in Independence Day?
Yeah,
no clue.
It was like no shot.
No, I don't know that one.
And the one for the guy with the cigar or whatever, I knew he was in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah,
he was the scientist. But I couldn't think of the guy's name, and I mean,
I didn't put it together
a whole bunch of times. I had watched it a whole bunch of times with Avery, and yeah,
I just saw a movie with that guy, and he was like a police officer. I'm like, hey, that's the guy from Christmas Vacation. This is a terrible, like, it's not exciting topic, but I literally was watching a movie and I'm like, hey, there's that guy. Like, I can't remember what it was though. It was a movie that we've all seen, but he was like a cop or something. Like he was like the police office, like behind the desk cop guy.
Gotcha.
Huh.
Okay,
Anyway,
well, cool. No, that's interesting. Did you so this was a Christmas Vacation themed trivia. Did you have a Christmas Vacation themed team name?
Yeah,
Yes.
what was it?
It was Old Roy. Old Roy?
That was the dog food that he was picking up when he was going through.
Old Roy.
Well, see, there's people behind us that were dressed up like in like bathrobe, the whole nine.
Yeah, that was good.
The moose cups. That would have been good. I've seen those at a party.
Yeah. It's good. But anyway.
I would have probably gone with like the Jelly of the Month Club.
Somebody was that, I think.
Yeah.
But see, okay, get this. One of the questions was why couldn't they kiss or something like why couldn't they kiss the little girl or whatever? And they said we're looking for 3 specific words. And what was it like? We said
she has a lip fungus ain't identified yet.
Like a lip fungus. Well, because that's how it is. Like that's how
they were very specific. It had to be 3 words.
Right.
A lip fungus. Yeah.
Well, the 3 words they were looking for was lip fungus and unidentified. Or they said unidentified lip fungus. That's not how the line is in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
I would have questioned it.
Yeah.
I would have challenged it.
I almost turned over the table. It was
all shenanigans.
BS.
You should have gone on a Clark Griswold style rant.
Although we did get a free beer for that first round for being.
You did because I don't even know where the place is again. I couldn't find it if I tried.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for the invite, guys. That was great of you.
Yeah.
Lovely.
You're welcome.
I love that story.
Hey, we could talk about Rudy's attempt to go all Justin Timberlake on us, and with his new podcast,
his sideshow.
Yeah, my new podcast.
I actually watched it.
Sideshow Bob.
Yeah, I noticed you watched it, Jamie. What'd you think, bud? What'd you think of my new podcast?
The best part was when Macy came down the stairs and interrupted you. That was amazing.
In the middle. Hey, I see her feet come down these steps. I'm like, oh crap. Like she knows I'm recording, but I had told her like, hey, I'm cutting it close. So as soon as I'm done, we're going to have to head out and take you to cheer, And she's like, okay. So when I saw her walking down, I'm like, what the hell? And she just stands there and she's like, Dad, is my ponytail okay? And I'm like, I'm recording. She's like, I know. Is my ponytail okay?
I don't care.
I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's crazy. But yeah.
Wait a minute.
What?
Okay. Sorry. I didn't
Are you getting
He's
distracted
ruining
by the
it
game?
for us. He's ruining it for us.
Can we focus?
I peeked at the game. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I don't have anything to say. I got a podcast out there called Chiquito Pero Picoso.
Yeah, it was pretty good. That guy was interesting. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was going to say he's very interesting. He had a lot of stuff we could talk about, and I think we covered everything. There were a couple things I texted him the next day. I'm like, oh, we forgot to tell it. Like, so he won this MTV show back in the early 90s. He won, so he got the giant check for $100,000. And I guess a question like, how much of that do you actually get? Do you have to pay taxes on it? Like,
sure.
I don't know, but I did ask him what he did with it, which he moved out to LA, and obviously that kind of floated him for a couple years, and while he tried to get work out there and stuff like that. But yeah, no, he's a very interesting guy. He's he said he can probably get me into the on the field to do the I think so. They've got a game in between innings where it's like I think, or I can beat Bobby or something like that, where you basically race Bobby Witt, and they have like an image of him on the outfield wall, which I haven't seen this game. I guess the games I went to, they didn't do it, but and then they have an adult race him, and he said he can get me out there. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to that.
Nothing could go wrong there, right?
Dude, I would yeah. I picture myself rolling around. I picture myself rolling around, like grabbing my hamstring. And he had mentioned in the podcast that, yeah, somebody did pull their hamstring and they had to get him off into the bullpen. Challenge. So they
I was gonna say
the game. Yeah.
Would you in all seriousness, would you run a race in public? I mean, for everybody to see like that? Because on the one hand, at least my thinking is, on the one hand, I'm an attention whore and I love the attention, so I would absolutely do it. But on the other hand, yeah, tripping over your own feet or pulling a hamstring or falling on your face.
So
have any of you guys sprinted recently?
No.
In fact, we were supposed to over Thanksgiving. Remember, we were supposed to race.
Yeah.
So I have raced. I have tried to sprint. I mean, I tried to, but the thing is, the problem is stopping. Like, you worry about stopping. Like, oh my! It literally reminds me of like when Forrest Gump was a kid and started running, and all the bars came off of his legs, and there's like bolts flying everywhere. That's the way I feel like I'm falling apart. Like, I can't stop.
Well, Rudy, you can't stop. You've got to slow down
first.
You can't stop. So I used to live on the plaza, and I would take Lilo across the street. I'm sorry.
Plaza.
But I would have to take Lilo to the little empty lot across the street to pee and poop or whatever. Of course.
And not pick it up.
I wouldn't pick it up. It was an empty lot. Like, come on.
We've talked about this.
But anyways, there was like a hill, and it wasn't wet. It wasn't snowy. It wasn't, but in my head, and I think I made a post about this on Facebook. Like, I'm walking down the hill with Lilo, and in my head, I'm literally saying, "Oh, be careful, Rudy. Be careful, Rudy." Like, because I'm just old. Like, I don't.
Do you talk to yourself in the third person?
Yes.
I mean, I would say, "Oh, I better watch it. I better watch it."
Nope. Nope. I was, "Oh, be careful, Rudy. Be careful, Rudy," because there's probably a dozen people in the buildings and in front of me and behind me. And, if I fall, there's businesses, people are looking out the window. I'm going to be, but to answer your question, yeah, I think I would. Like, I've got to lose some weight. I don't want to be completely embarrassed out there, but I'll try to beat Bobby. That's no problem.
See, I feel more like I can't remember when it was, but I've tried to run fast, probably within the last couple of years. It's kind of like like I'm on roller skates as I'm running. Like, I can't tell. I start thinking, am I going, like, are my legs going the right way?
Right.
And I'm like, I don't. Yeah, you feel like
so like on cartoons, like when Shaggy's running, like his body's leaning forward and his legs are spinning behind him. Like, yeah, I don't know. Is my stomach leaning too far forward and I'm going to fall forward? Or like, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. And I literally thought about this the other day, how we would make fun of Dad when he coached our baseball teams because he would just trot everywhere. And I'm like, come on, do you not know how to run? Like, run.
I don't think we've ever seen Dad run fast.
No. And I remember as a kid thinking, why can't you run? Do you forget how to run? The answer is yes. You forget how to run. Like, you can't run. And I'm 46 and I guess I'm older than Dad was at the time. That's what blows my mind too, that I'm older now than what Dad was when he coached our baseball teams. But yeah, you forget how to run. Absolutely. 100%.
So the assignment then for next week is to everybody come back with a video of you running.
How stupid would that be? But set up a camera.
And we all said, no, you don't
towards
have to set up a camera. Just have somebody have your daughter record you running, sprinting. It can be for any 40-yard dash. No, I got a better idea. What we should do for the next episode is we should each run a 40-yard dash, have somebody time it, and then we come on the show and we unveil our video and we unveil our times and we see which of the four of us ran the fastest.
I'd rather have an eating contest.
Of course you would.
Let's do the 40-yard dash at grandma's or at mom's on Sunday because I don't. Who's going to measure it out?
Where are you guys finding 40 yards currently that aren't covered in snow? That's not the middle of the street.
That's true.
Good point.
The middle of the street is what
Middle
I
of
was
the
thinking.
street, literally the middle of the street. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, once it clears up,
we'd look like an idiot to all my neighbors. Like, what is this idiot doing?
But then when they come out and ask, and you say, "Well, tune in to quit acting stupid,"
and then hand them a sticker. Yeah, one of our.
I was gonna say, I mean, you could probably go race Bobby by yourself, but what you should do is get Tyler to have 3 of us do the hot dog race.
So we talked about the hot dog race on there, and I don't know if you've watched my episode yet, Andrew, but
I must not have got to this part yet.
We talked about the hot dog race, and I was telling him that I would love to do the hot dog race, but because of my height, I'm so short that I'd be looking out of the hot dog like this, and then when you run, your knees hit it, and it's just going to be doing that, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Well,
but,
okay, yeah, that's a good point.
And as I pointed out on the show, like one of the keys to the hot dog race is if you notice, if somebody's shoes flop off, you got an advantage. Once you get those shoes off and you're on your bare feet or whatever you wear under those shoes, you got to get those big floppy shoes off, and then you got a huge advantage over everybody else.
Is there a rule to having to start with shoes on, or can you start with shoes off?
Yeah. I don't know. I think the shoes just come off on accident. People don't, but
what
he did say that.
We're talking about are they part of the costume?
Yeah, the hot dogs come with like these.
Okay.
Like who decides what kind of shoes a hot dog would wear normally?
Well, ketchup better have red shoes on, and relish will have green shoes on, and mustard has yellow shoes.
I mean, are we talking like loafers? Are we talking about like sneakers, basketball shoes?
We're talking like big Mickey Mouse
training
shoes, I think.
Okay.
I mean, they're not gigantic, but they're oversized shoes.
Gotcha.
But he did say he noticed that, the further your legs come out of that hot dog costume, the better chance you have to win. So, because your knees are hitting the thing and stuff. So, but yeah, I want to get out there and maybe we should do the hot dog race to promote Acting Stupid.
To promote the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna run that by him.
Even just see if we could throw our logo up on the screen at some point. I mean, they have 80 games and they have to cover 3 hours. Like, just
I'll take game 81. That's no problem.
In late September when the Chiefs are playing on a Sunday afternoon,
or better yet,
Did he freeze?
What did he say?
I don't know. He froze.
Man.
I thought he paid for that better internet.
I didn't know he switched back to T-Mobile mid podcast.
Maybe he jumped when he saw Missouri won and knocked the cord out of.
Look at that face. He looks like he's got a fart.
Let's make fun of him. Like right here. Let's look at him. He's so stupid.
Dork.
Like I want to remove him from the studio, but
this
no.
is fun.
Let's leave it there. It's painful.
That's good stuff.
All right.
Cool.
Let's go. Chiquito pero picoso.
What
do we do? Means. You don't even know what that means, do you?
I don't know, but let's just keep moving so he doesn't feel like we need him.
I did think that Chiquito pero picoso maybe.
He sent us a text and it says, "I think my battery died." Does he not plug in? I mean, he's just using a battery. Who uses a battery on a computer without having it plugged in?
What an idiot.
All right. Well, it's our show for the rest of the way.
Well, I was going to say, I do think Chiquito pero picoso was maybe not the best name for the podcast because, I think Tyler, well, he's got his friends and they're like, is this some Mexican? Like, what are you doing? Right. What is this? What's this about? So I don't know if it was the greatest name. I like the name, but whatever.
It works, and it's perfect for you, but it's
Right.
not necessarily perfect to find an audience.
I'm picturing Tyler trying to tell his buddies to look it up on YouTube, and no, you got to put CHIQ.
That's why it's really important. I
Standard
tag him and everything, but yeah, it maybe wasn't the greatest name, but hey, whatever.
Somebody told me with our podcast that putting the upside down exclamation point in the front was causing problems searching for it. I think maybe on Spotify or I don't know, but it's just those kinds of things where it's like sometimes you don't think about that when you're
yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
We did.
Jamie still frozen?
I think he's just not moving.
Frozen in anger.
No. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think my battery on my laptop died. It kicked me out.
We made fun of you for that. We teased you about that.
I'm sure
it's not like you're in some exotic place or something. I mean, you're where you're at every week. Like, why?
Plug in.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I did. And then I unplugged it to.
Wow. Wow.
What a terrible episode.
All right, am I frozen again?
God.
Oh, there. Oh,
Yeah.
I heard his voice.
I heard your voice, but yeah, you're frozen, dude.
Noogie? What's that called when you rub their head?
Noogie, right?
Noogie. I think it's a noogie.
Noogie.
Although Noggy would make more sense, right? Like a noggin.
Because it's your noggin. Yeah.
Noggy. Yeah.
I wonder if that's something that was written. Somebody saw it written down and they just pronounced it wrong, and we went with that. That stuck.
Could be
possible.
Look at how angry he's starting to get.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Proceed.
Hey, to get to where we were, we started talking about Golden Shower Mahomes.
Oh yeah.
And we never really. What's up?
That is a child. That is a child of God.
Yeah. What did I say? Oh,
Golden Shower.
Yeah, I don't think shower is part of the name.
Oh,
Could be wrong.
What is it? Golden Rays. You know,
Betty
that's my
Rays?
daughter Miranda's middle name, Ray. That must mean I'm somewhat.
I
like
love that
Patrick
story.
Mahomes. Anywho, yeah. What do you guys think of? So you got bronze, you got silver, and
Sterling.
Silver's the dog.
Oh
No. Well,
Silver and steel are the dogs. The oldest is Sterling. The next one is Patrick Lavon Mahomes the third, so he's known as bronze. But then
he's the third favorite.
Because he's Patrick.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. I'd be like, dude, why don't I have a stupid name like my siblings? Like, why'd you name me Patrick? Like, that's not cool.
You're ruining.
Yeah, but they went out of their way to have the nickname Bronze. Like, I don't know. To me, like they're really stretching to get everything to fit into the scheme.
What if Golden was an accident and Bronze was supposed to be, maybe like the last one?
No, I feel like Golden is like the bookend. Like, now we've got 3 stupid names and we're done.
So
I think when you list out 5 names, you should be able to tell which 3 are humans and which 2 are canines.
And here I don't think you can. Silver, steel, sterling, bronze, gold.
I think it's isn't it Everett? Or wait, no, that's somebody else. Anyways, go ahead.
So let's shake this up a little bit. What if they get a divorce and he meets somebody else, and he's still he's still a virile
childbearing
man.
age? Yes.
And so his new wife is like, she wants to have a baby. And what do they start with now? Like, then she's more traditional. She's like, I'd like a Joseph Mahomes. And he's like, well, I got these other kids with goofy ass names, and now I'm gonna have a Joseph. That's weird. Like it's almost like you have to keep up with the goofiness.
Yeah. So I think
or do you
Bobby
start a different thing? Like you have medals, and then do you go to foods, or do you go to
Well,
like
I think you
nature
could do.
things,
I
like
think you could
river.
do. I think you could do aluminum and just nickname Al.
Bobby Tazinski suggested honorable mention be the next one. So I kind of like that. I thought that was hilarious. So
Yeah,
honorable
be
mention.
Titanium, maybe
Call him Titan.
Titan.
I like it.
That sounds like a Titan
Say,
Mahomes. Yeah.
Don't give him any ideas because that's the next one.
But no, I mean,
what about 7?
7. I like 7.
7.
It's a Seinfeld.
It's a
Yeah, from
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, but at what point do you like? Okay, we've run this into the ground. We've gone too far. Yeah. How does that?
Let me ask. Can I ask Rudy a question?
Is that a challenge?
Your 4 kids all start with M.
Yeah, I think that's
was that intentional by the time Macy came around? Because you had some time to think about it before Macy.
Yeah. So Miranda was born like previous.
Oh, is that what
and
happened?
then yeah, she was that happened. You want me to tell you how?
What about, I want to know how Marker got her name.
Oh, I got
The
you.
M.
So our next kid was Mackenzie. We just had a list of names and we went with Mackenzie Parker. But then by the time when the third one came around, it was kind of at that point we're like, well, we got 2 M's. I think after the 2, it was kind of like, and the 2 was just incidental. Like that wasn't planned. But then the third one, it was kind of like, well, we kind of have to use an M name. So we went with Manny. And then by the time the 4th one came, it's like, okay, if we don't use an M name for this, then she's going to feel like
the fourth one. The fourth one.
Weirder.
Yeah, Sally.
For the 4th one.
So the second one decided to go by Parker. So that kind of makes it not as weird because nobody really knows her as Mackenzie. So yeah. But yes, it definitely was a thing where it was conscious. Like
her mama named her Mackenzie. I'm going to call her Mackenzie.
So then it's the same thing. I wonder if they, did it for once or twice, or they did the dogs and then they did the first kids. Like, well, now we have to stick with it. But I wonder if they're also like, do we have to do this again?
We're committed. We're committed to this. You can't have Sterling and Bronze and then Sally.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No. Yeah. Anyway.
But we should say congratulations.
Yes, for sure. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Yes.
I mean, we're not making fun of him. But
not of him.
You know what? The fact
like we
that
were making fun of his pants that one day on that one picture.
Oh my God! Did we showed those on the podcast?
I don't think we did.
We did. We showed
Can
the
you
picture.
find that picture?
Yeah, we showed the picture
where his pants are like. His pants are like wide. I think wide leg pants would be an understatement.
Boot cut.
Oh yeah.
Boot cut, but like all the way up. They were like like when you would go to school with a fat kid and his mom would have to get like really big pants and cut the leg off and just hem him. And so they were like huge. No.
Did you say fat kid?
Yeah. I mean,
Go ahead.
Oh, all right. Well, all right. Maybe I'm the only one.
maybe stay frozen next time.
They liked it better when you couldn't talk.
What? You can't say fat kid now?
I feel like he's been frozen for 30 years.
Whatever.
Here he is. Here's those pants.
Zoom in on those. Look at those.
He could frame it and maybe get some street cred by saying those are his gangbanging pants. But
he looks like a cholo.
His khakis.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But each time I think, man, we're really offending the Mahomes family. They're never going to come on our show. I keep thinking to myself,
don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
Yes.
That's the first family of Kansas City that you're speaking
first
of.
Family. Yeah. So what did that make the Wits? Are they the second family?
Yeah, they're a vice president.
He hasn't won a title yet.
Salvi has though.
He's an ambassador to Venezuela.
Guys, we have
Oh.
somehow gotten 45 minutes into this show, and we haven't even talked about the biggest news of the week.
What's up?
Would that mean my victory over the weekend? My basketball, second grade girls? No,
I was going at all.
no.
I'm talking about the shocking.
You beat a bunch of second grade girls in basketball? Well, why would we celebrate that?
My second graders beat them.
What school did you play?
That's shocking.
I don't think I should say, should I?
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah.
Well,
That didn't happen.
Why-
Why even bring it up? We're not. I'm not gonna talk about it at all.
why wouldn't you say who you beat?
Because
We beat St. Charles.
Yeah, St. Charles is the worst.
Wish you wouldn't have said that. I know somebody from St. Charles.
see, they goaded you into it and you fell for it.
What are the chances they're listening? There's literally like
found-
6 people listening.
They challenged my manhood. I had
anyway.
to respond.
What are the mascots here? What are the
We're
St.
the
Charles?
Saints.
What? And
We're
what,
the St. James Saints. I don't know what St. Charles is, but they don't keep score. But I kept score mentally, and we won.
How many points did Avery have?
She had 1 bucket.
So
2
that's
points.
2 points.
Yes.
Yeah.
The St. James Saints. It reminds me of like when the Washington Commanders were the Washington football team. It's like we're
No.
because aren't they all Saints? St. Charles is also they're also Saints. Just
St.
from
James Saints.
St. James Saints.
I guess.
Whatever.
Anyway, so what was your big news, Bob?
Biggest news. Come on, the one thing that we all were talking about on Sunday at Mom's.
The LA wildfires?
Oh, I know.
Your
Somebody
son
can't,
getting his
somebody can't be
tattoo.
buried.
Yeah.
Somebody can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
My son, Quentin Paredes, decided to soil himself and get a tattoo.
Yeah, well, that's
Oh, I thought he shit his pants.
Yeah. I don't remember any beef tracks.
No, that was in like 3rd grade when he had to wear the poop pants. You know how when you poop your pants at school? Quentin pooped his pants at school, and so they have to give you the lost and found pants.
The poop pants. And he had to walk around in school and they know those aren't his pants. Those are the poop pants. He called
what do
the
you-
shit poop.
The pants of shame.
What do you say to your son in that moment? Like, it'll be okay, son? No, it won't be okay. It'll never be okay ever.
No,
again.
all your
Everyone-
classmates are literally going to remember this for the rest of your life.
You're the poop kid. Yeah. So,
Oh my God.
how did I get there?
He got a
I don't know,
tattoo.
Yes, he has a tattoo now.
Because you said he soiled himself, which I thought that was a weird.
Oh yeah, he
choice of
soiled
words.
his.
I think you meant sullied yourself, but
Yeah.
Whatever.
anyway, you've never been very good with the language, but anyway.
Anyway, yeah. So that's so yes, his fiance outed him because he's big on not sharing anything because he doesn't want to get made fun of by his uncles. So that was
It's a terrible family. It's a terrible family.
yeah.
Yeah. We're the collective.
No, you all. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't.
Oh
partake.
yeah. You don't remember holding kids' feet up to ceiling fans and whatnot.
Feet?
So
Their feet.
feet. Yes.
It's of strength.
I don't know.
It was also the funny thing to me was when he showed everybody, and I didn't expect him to then like have a whole thing down his entire arm. Like it's a rosary, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was like when they said I thought it was going to be just like,
Small.
It's weird. It's weird for somebody who says they're never going to get a tattoo to then go and get one that goes all the way up their arm.
Did he say he was never going to get a tattoo?
That's what Kylie said, that he used to say that he was never going to get a tattoo.
Oh, I think it's probably the easiest way to get like a sleeve without getting a sleeve is just have one thing like go all the way up your arm.
Yeah. I know Miranda said when she got her tattoos or when she got her first one, I mean, she wore long sleeves for months
Years.
and months and
Yeah.
months. Yeah.
Years.
Years even. Yeah. Because she was afraid of grandma, which is honestly probably why I don't have a tattoo at this point, is because I'm afraid of mom.
Why don't we get one? Says quit acting stupid. No?
Yeah. Should we get this logo?
Let's do
I'm
it.
going to get that logo put on my, where should we get them? Tramp stamped?
Oh yeah. I've been wanting a tramp stamp.
That
Put 'em on
spot's
our
already occupied.
cheeks.
No vacancy.
I remember in college, this was at a time when I had Facebook, but I don't think everybody had Facebook yet. I think it was still a college and maybe a few people, whatever. But I wrote on there that I was thinking about getting a tattoo, and Rudy right away like commented on it, like, mom will, something or whatever. And so like that kind of was like, oh yeah, I guess I won't.
Yeah, mom will be all upset. But honestly, when I started at Ford and like everyone at Ford has one, I start getting the itch, like, yeah, like this is where I'm gonna be. I don't, I'm not gonna have an office job anymore. And now they're more accepted anyway, but I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get one. And then I start realizing, wait a minute, everyone in here has one. I'm like more unique for not having one in here.
Oh my God, here we go. Rudy's got to be different all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't want to be the same as everyone. That's stupid.
Well, and one of the things Quentin had mentioned was that the guy giving him the tattoo had like head tattoos, I think is what he said, had a tattoo on his head. So I'm like, how are you going to trust that guy to work on you? Like, he clearly makes poor decisions. And so that guy you're trusting to work on your body.
I don't get that. Yeah, why
is a head tattoo a poor decision?
Okay, maybe it's not.
Because you can just grow your hair out if you don't like it, right? Problem solved.
Well, hey, Bob, not all of us can grow our hair out.
Some of us can grow our hair out.
That's you. I'm talking about you.
Give him a noogie again.
Oh. He's gone.
Well, maybe now you can fix him so he's not pointing in the wrong square.
Yeah, I'll let him back in.
I was pointing in the right square. What are you talking about?
I don't know. According my layout is whatever.
Yeah, he couldn't figure it out.
This is gonna be weird because you guys are saying I didn't pop out the right way on the first time.
I can't wait for you to watch it tomorrow.
Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
It looked perfect on my screen, so whatever. Anyways, a face tattoo. I got friends at work that have head tattoos.
Okay.
I think you would at least trust that guy. Who, if the guy that's giving me a tattoo has a head tattoo, I think I'd be at least like, well, I feel like this is probably an okay decision. Then if you're willing to do that, like, this is probably nothing, right? Like,
so you're judging yourself against a guy with a head tattoo.
I mean, if I'm already there at the parlor getting it and I'm sitting like, yeah, all right, I'm already.
That sounds like a weird name. Like, why is a tattoo place a parlor? Tattoo parlor, or is that more of an old term?
Good question.
I think they're now tattoo shops. But I have a question.
What are you buying? I mean, what are you shopping for?
Which tattoo you're gonna
shopping? I think it's shopping. You're taking something home.
I was
a tattoo.
I was gonna get a tattoo with my whole crew a couple years ago when we went down to Destin, Florida. We all got in a transit van and we drove to Destin, Florida, and we thought we're gonna get tattoos to commemorate everybody that was over 18. We're gonna get tattoos to commemorate this trip. And then the first day down there, we like got burnt by the sun, and so that was out the window. We couldn't do it because we were all roasted.
So I have what I think is an entertaining question, but I'll let Andrew go first.
Well, no, I'll just do it real quick. I do got to say thank you though, Rudy, because I would have regretted that tattoo. I think I wanted to get the Kairos cross, the cross with the 4 crosses in the window, and at the time, that meant something to me. Not so much anymore. Like, that was, Kairos was 20 years ago at this point, and I, a lot of other things have happened since then. Like that.
Kairos was a thing. I remember that. That was. Yeah, I remember having a feeling when I left, and then.
For those who don't know, I feel like also we should explain. I know we don't have a huge listener base, but we should explain for people who might not know. That was a retreat that they offered at Rockhurst High School for seniors, and you could go or you couldn't go. But if you went, it was a pretty cool experience. We were gone for like a week or 4 days, and you get to know everybody that's on the retreat with you really well. And yeah, I don't know, it meant something to me. And so I would have gotten that probably on the back. I wouldn't have gotten it anywhere where I would see it, because that's the thing. I don't want to. If I don't like it, then I'd have to look at it every day and think,
no,
something I don't.
Basically, you're saying our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ doesn't mean anything to you anymore. It's kind of what you're saying.
I
It's fine.
mean,
It's fine. Hey, to each his own. It's all right.
if that's how you want to read into it. I'm just saying,
I
knowing just that experience like isn't as meaningful as it was at one point.
Okay, so
My
let me
tattoos,
go ahead.
real quick. My tattoos are going to be my kids' birth dates because I can't remember them ever. Like I'll be on the phone with the doctor's office and okay, and what's her birthday? I have no idea. I don't know.
I don't know. What's that say?
Yeah, let's see what I was going to get him.
What's that say?
And then I thought to make it cool, I would make them in Roman numerals, but then I couldn't read them when I needed to anyway. So
Hold on, let me put on my heaters. Let me put on my glasses.
Go ahead, Bob.
So the question was, okay, so I think some of us have not gotten tattoos because of what our mother would say. Let's fast forward 20 years and mom's not here anymore.
Mine would be what my brothers would say.
Are you guys getting a tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Mom's
it's to me, it's not about.
I know you guys are going to make fun of it, whatever it is. It could be the coolest tattoo in the world, and you guys will make fun of it.
That's very true.
Yes.
That's very true.
Yeah.
But I also hate you guys, so.
And yet here you are doing a show with us. Isn't that funny?
Keep in mind, Chiquito Peripicoso also on the Quit Acting Stupid podcast network. So go ahead.
No, for me, it's just it would be, would I regret it? Would it be something that after a while I wouldn't think is cool anymore? I wish it was somewhere else or something. It's just so permanent that that's really it.
And that's why when I finally do get one, I do have ideas like, you know, those Mexican like skulls, like what do you call them? The
sugar skull,
whatever.
Like a
Calaveras.
Yeah. But I want them to like not resemble. I want them to like be for each of my kids. I want one for each of my kids that like has like I haven't come up with it yet, but like, for Parker I would have, I don't know, something about dance, Manny something about cooking, whatever, but I want one for each of them.
Let me tell you that needle would hit his skin and he'd be like, yeah, I changed my mind.
Ew! Yeah. That's very possible. I mean, nothing to say there. That's very possible.
Yeah,
I either have,
and I'm not making fun of you, but I'm the same way. I mean, even if I'm not interested in getting one, but if I were, I mean, yeah,
I don't know. I might have a very high threshold for pain, but then like Miranda and James laugh. They're like, no, you don't. But I might. I don't know.
You don't seem too tough.
Yeah.
You don't think I do?
No.
I don't. Quite honestly, I don't think any of us are really all that tough, are we?
No.
I am.
James,
do you guys think? This is a running thing that I had with somebody. Do you think you could have made it through boot camp in like joining the military?
No.
At what age? At what age? Now?
Ever?
Yeah.
Or I think it was specifically the Marines. Could you be a Marine? You make it through?
No, 100%.
No, I don't think so.
I feel like
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I don't know how much choice you have, but to like
Bobby's
either that or die or fail. Like, and
Bobby says he thinks he could, but dude, like I'm picturing like rolling around in the mud, like in
now.
Bobby in mud. No,
I can absolutely do that. No, if I've got the right gear on. But anyway, the one I couldn't do is the one like Navy SEALs where they drop you off in the middle of the ocean and they're like,
that's insane. No, I'm talking about.
No. But as long as we're on ground or just climbing over obstacles, through things, running fast, lifting weights, climbing stuff. Back in my 20s, yeah, I absolutely could have done that.
I think Marines is also a different level than like Army and Navy. I don't know, but yeah,
I think I could have done it.
I think so too. I think I could have done it.
Now, the only thing with me would have been the running. Ugh. Now, I wouldn't have wanted to, but I think I could have done it if they said you have to go through this. I think I could have survived.
You know what? Because they were more distance runners, and you had to go on like 5-mile runs or whatever. And that was
10
never
miles.
10 miles.
Yeah, I think that's a thing.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't really my thing. I probably could do it, and I'd hate it and puke the whole time. But we were sprinters.
Pleaser.
We ran fast.
Like if somebody like you're an idiot, go peel these potatoes or whatever. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll do it. Yeah, whatever you say. Just don't yell at me anymore. That type of thing.
But they will continue to yell at you though.
Yeah, I would continue to whatever you need. Yeah,
I think I could have done it.
I think you guys are insane.
I like to think that if I'm there like long enough, like after a week or so, when you realize like, shit, I have to keep doing this every day, and I have no choice but to get better at it, or you know what I mean, or get better conditioning. I think it would just happen naturally, or the other, the other side of it is, or like if I drop and have to give 100 push-ups and like I can't move my arm the next day, like I don't know. I think it would either be I would break or I would get better. I would just naturally get better at it.
That sounds kind of crazy.
I gotta say, I look fantastic with a shaved head.
I was gonna say, you're already there with the haircut.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
You know, I was gonna say, going back to the tattoo thing real quick too. I just was gonna throw in I haven't talked to you guys since Christmas really, and we are going to Disney World as a Christmas gift, or as a thing for my birthday, for Vanessa's birthday. We're gonna be there that week. Point is, we're getting ready for all that stuff, and one idea that Kaylee saw online that we did is ordered a bunch of like temporary tattoos, which Vanessa is really into now. She loves putting on different little tattoos and stuff, but they have our phone numbers on them, so in case they get lost.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I thought that'd be it's kind of cool.
You could also.
Kind of
I think
idea.
Tags. I saw where people put air tags in in your shoe, the tongue of your shoe. Like you could undo that and slip the air tag in there. And
during the Royals World Series parade, we wrote our phone number on Manny's arm.
So doesn't that just
kind of the thing,
encourage a situation where somebody takes your kid for ransom?
I mean, I don't know if that would make things more. If that would make it more likely that happens.
I guess not more likely, but yeah.
Then your kid starts crying, and they're like, "Get this kid out of here!" They just dump
All
him
his
off.
kid's parents. Yeah.
Yeah, terrible. They'll give Macy back in 5 minutes. Terrible.
Yeah. Where did that come from? Anyway, so what do we have? Do we have a clip of the week or what? What's up?
Let's
We
get
have
to
a
our
clip
clip.
of the week. Yeah, let's go with the clip. You guys ready?
You want to set this up or what?
No.
Do we ever?
Because you're gonna have to explain it afterwards for those that are watching on Spotify or listening.
Don't need to explain it. Clip of the week. Here we go.
How did I go from the verge of hot Floridian sex with Brandy to man of still coital debates with you in the food court?
Cookie stand is not part of the food court.
What, of course it is.
The food court is downstairs. The cookie stand is upstairs. It's not like we're talking quantum physics here.
The cookie stand counts as an eatery. The eateries are part of the food court.
Bullshit. Eateries that operate within the designated square downstairs qualify as food court. Anything outside of said designated square is considered an autonomous unit for mid-mall snacking. Now, if you're going to wax intellectual about the subject, holy sh**.
Good.
That's not even a debate. It's not even a debate. I mean, Brody is 100% right. Like, of course, the cookie stand's not part of the food court. If it's not in the food court,
no.
The food court is a place.
Is the court? It's
it's the food court. Yeah,
start here, goes there. It's court.
Yeah,
that was taken from probably maybe the first or second greatest movie of all time, Mallrats. Would you agree?
Very good.
A little high.
I don't even know if I'd put it in. I don't even know if I'd put it in the top 2 of Kevin Smith movies.
Ooh.
No, I think quotable. I think in our growing up, like Jamie and I worked at Blockbuster together, and basically those years at Blockbuster, it was Mallrats, Clerks, and Friday, and we kind of just watched those 3 over and over, right? I mean,
yeah.
I think
so Superbad you could throw in there.
Superbad is great. I think Dumb and Dumber is one of the funniest movies ever made. Dumb and Dumber is pretty solid, but Superbad, it was just on the other night. Very good. Man, I just rewatched This Is the End. Amazing.
Fantastic movie.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Are you serious?
What is This Is the End? Who's in that?
Everybody.
Everyone. But the main characters are Seth Rogen. Seth
So
Rogen, James Franco, Craig
I don't know if I've
Robinson.
seen the whole thing. I know what you're talking about now. I don't know if I've seen the whole thing.
Yeah, what's his name? Jonah Hill,
I've seen
Danny
parts of that.
McBride,
Jay
Craig
Baruchel.
Robinson.
I think I remember it being pretty funny, but I don't remember if I saw the whole movie or not.
And then like
Oh my-
they basically they're at a party at James Franco's house.
They all play themselves.
And the world knows. Yes, and everybody's playing themselves.
Yeah.
And there's Michael Cera and Kevin Hart and just literally everyone.
Oh, is this where he sings that song in the Michael Cera? He sings
No, I think you're thinking of Superbad.
Okay, maybe it was. Okay, yeah.
What is he singing Superbad?
These eyes?
Yeah. That's
These
a great
eyes are crying.
That's right.
When was that in Superbad?
They're at that party, and he gets like stuck in a room with a bunch of bros that are doing like cocaine or something, and they make him sing a song.
Yes, very good, very good.
Anyway,
Anywho,
so yeah, funny clip. We think, but probably I could just see mom like, what are they saying?
Yeah.
Let's take a guess before we get off the show today. Let's take a guess on how many viewers we'll have for this episode.
4.
Sound like
12.
ogre. 4.
27. I mean, we're already going to have 4, and mom and dad 5.
Are we though? Are we?
I'm gonna go with. Well, when are you cutting it off? Because some of these go sometimes
Next week. Next week, this time when we go to record.
I'm gonna say
9 times.
27 is my guess. You guys got a guess?
I'll say 34.
I'm gonna say
50 years old.
I'm gonna say 38 next week. It tops out it.
we got to come up with something else because this we're definitely on a downswing.
Not a lot going on right now.
We're on the backside of our career.
Why am I the only one with a little sub name or whatever? Did we all decide we weren't doing that anymore?
Yeah, I just kind of went by the wayside.
I don't think we all decided that, but we didn't do it last week either. I noticed.
It helps when you know what you're going to talk about, and we didn't know what we were going to talk about when we started. So
no idea.
Well, I guess
Anything that I want.
You can guess what I thought we were going to talk about.
the Chiefs, #1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Who's starting at left tackle on Sunday? Just give me a name.
Should be Tooney.
Tooney.
DJ Humphries.
Oh, contrarian.
Yes. Jamie, are you going to see Seinfeld this weekend? Seinfeld and Jim Gaffigan.
I am. Yes, I am.
So the Chiefs game is at 3:30.
Yes.
Seinfeld is at 7. So
See, and that doesn't even count the time that I have to drop the kids off and have to go to dinner ahead of time. So yeah,
you are not going to see
take a dump.
Why don't you just cancel dinner ahead of time?
Drop the kids off.
At the pool.
I got to pick my battles.
So wait, dinner's already planned?
No, but that's just kind of a given.
Sometimes your spouse does things for you without knowing when the Chiefs might potentially play that weekend. That's what you have to understand.
Yeah.
But then the Chiefs play that weekend, so things get canceled.
Dude, I'll turn in when they're in the Super Bowl.
This game I can definitely, isn't that important. Next week though, the Bills or the Ravens, that's gonna be a big one.
Oh, I know what we need to talk about.
What?
Did you guys hear? And I don't even have any of the details, so I'm going to be just talking about something I know very little about. The Chiefs apparently have a comedy series that is coming out.
Oh
today.
yeah,
Pete Holmes.
I heard about this
on their YouTube channel.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Chiefs, they fresh off their Hallmark movie, Christmas movie.
Oh God!
They're now in the entertainment business, and they now have I want to say podcast, but that's not right. It's a
web series.
Web series. Thank you. That's what I was grasping for. A web series on their YouTube page.
Has anybody seen it? Do we know what's the format of it? Is this like an actual written thing, or is it like a talk? Is it more of a talk type show, or
I think it's written with a script and with characters, and
I just know Pete Holmes is in it.
David
I know.
Koechner, narrated by Jason Sudeikis. Who'd you say? Pete Holmes? I don't know who that is.
Stand-up comedian, very funny.
And isn't Holly Robinson Pete?
Holly Robinson Pete's in it. Yeah, so they got
maybe we'll get a guest appearance from husband Rodney Pete. I don't know. Remember Rodney?
Nobody knows who that is other than the four of us.
Let's all see if we can make a point to check that out and talk about it next week.
Or you guys keep talking, and I can try and find the trailer, and we can watch it right now.
Is there a trailer? I haven't seen it.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
I really thought we were going to get it clean out here.
Oh. Yeah, maybe we should just.
Because I've got to make a pee-pee.
While we're waiting, do you want to do the
clean out as well?
The Quit Acting Stupid Award for this week?
Yeah, we talked about the Quit Acting Stupid Award being basically our two topics. Ryan Caldwell, Eagles fan, who has now been fired, and
who I wanted to say earlier looks like an extra from The Departed or something. Like he seems like a thug in a movie.
I just hate football fans. That's the reason why my kids haven't been to a football game. We went to a preseason game. We made sure Mahomes was going to play for a little bit in the preseason game, but that's it. Like my kids.
I tell you about the preseason game I took Quentin to. It was like his first game, and as we're walking up, the little spiral thing or whatever, they're hauling a guy out, and the national anthem's playing. They're hauling a guy out because he's just drunk and can't stand up. I'm like, the game hasn't even freaking started, and they're already hauling. Like, who does that?
I will say a couple years ago, probably many years ago, probably 7 years ago or so, I went to a Chiefs game with some friends of mine, and we met up with Enrique at his tailgate beforehand. He had a little, I don't know if he had a truck, but he had some food. Enrique, the owner of Teo Cali Mexican restaurant, and shout out to Enrique. And man, you know how he loves to do the tequila shots. And I will say, I was hammered walking into Arrowhead. Like I missed the curb. Like when I got to the stadium area, like before I got in line, and I was a mess going into that game. So
I gotta say,
who can't walk on curbs? Who can't walk on curbs after drinking? I mean, come on, that seems pretty easy.
I don't have a sister-in-law that has
someone who shall remain nameless. Hey guys, let's check this out real quick. I know you got.
I may or may not have had a gummy from a random stranger walking through the Arrowhead parking lot on the way to the playoff game against the Titans several years ago.
That's always
go ahead.
Smart.
Here we go.
In the beginning, there was Pete, a Chiefs fan so passionate he wore the same jersey for the entire 2022 playoffs. In 2023, he was joined by his friend Holly to see the Chiefs capture their second consecutive championship. Little did they know that the 2024 postseason would be an unforgettable journey.
The Chiefs are back in the playoffs for another year. Will they find what they're looking for?
Hey, remember when I said it was lucky that you and I watched the playoffs together last year?
I think that was just a coincidence.
This year, it's got to be three of us.
Are you going to make me do that lucky jersey thing again?
No. That was gross. I admit, that was barf. That's not what this is. We need to find a third Chiefs fan.
There are millions of Chiefs fans. What makes us so special?
We'll know it when we see it.
This one's on the house, Pete. And I think you will find what you're looking for here.
Okay, did we have enough?
That was Tamba
That
Ali.
was if I let it play for the. It was Christian.
That was the
Okoye,
whole
wasn't
episode.
it? Or was it Tamba?
That was Tamba Ali.
I was realizing it's not a trailer. It was actually the 4-minute episode. You guys want to watch the whole thing?
That was the
An
worst
hour
thing
30.
I've ever freaking seen in my life. Like, what part of that was funny? Like, what part of that was like?
We're just getting set up. We haven't gotten to the funny parts yet.
You saw like 35 seconds of a 5-minute clip.
Building up to it.
What part of the 35 seconds was like, I gotta have more?
when there
Jason
was a cameo,
Sudeikis' voice.
Mhm.
He's good in everything.
Yeah, there's a cameo by an actual Chiefs player, so you know there's going to be like a like a fun, like you could tell by the music and everything. That's like it's going to be like a magic bartender type. There's going to be some,
Tom Bahali.
Oh yeah, you guys let me know how it goes.
I will. I don't know why you're hating on it. Like
he's just not part of the kingdom, guys. He's just not part of the kingdom.
When I saw you do,
hold on, you're on mute.
Hold on, we lost your
audio.
Sound.
Oh, sorry. Can you
There we
hear
go.
me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm doing this thing, but when you did that, I thought you were just talking about Bobby's internet connection.
Oh, was it terrible?
Yeah, because it was very.
Yeah, because I was already very frustrated that we were watching it.
Oh,
that way.
My bad. Sorry, guys.
No, you're okay. My mic is, but we got to end this because my mic is falling.
Yeah.
So much like this show.
That's what she said.
This was a nightmare.
I felt like we had a really strong ending 10 minutes ago, and now
we should have cut it.
Left on top.
Microphones are falling from this guy.
Our
pets' heads are falling off.
I couldn't get the word out. Our pets' heads are falling off.
All right, let's just get out.
Yeah.
Until next time, for my brothers Rudolph, Jamie, and Andy.
LeBron James.
LeBron James. Quit acting stupid.
Not to get into too much troubles, okay?